for people who couldn't tolerate cow's milk, sheep milk was a easy digestive alternative. So that was a big one.
What are some of the key differences between dairy and sheep milk? I've never actually looked into sheep milk. Like I typically drink like alternative milks, like oat milk and stuff now, just because not out of any reason. But I've never looked into something like sheep's milk. Can you talk to the nutrition of it a little bit?
Yeah, and so that's largely the reason why we got into it. So it's got, compared to like whole milk, whole cow's milk to whole sheep's milk, it's got about 60% more protein and calcium in cow's milk. That's higher, and like for the key amino acids, isoleucine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, and valine are the three sort of key building blocks for muscle growth and recovery, and they're more than double what's found in cow's milk. I think one of them is 2.5 times. They're high in like magnesium, zinc, folate, phosphorus. So just overall, just a lot more nutrient dense and packed full of the goodies. But they also, the structure's different. So there's only A2 type proteins, which is sort of been seen to be digested easier, but the fatty chain acids are all short to medium chain, whereas cow's milk is all medium to long. So again, it's just easier to digest, and the lactose ratio is half the amount than what's in cow's milk. So for those people, like, it's basically a combination of all those things that mean we've in our experience, it's like 98% of people who haven't been able to tolerate cow's milk have had our milk without any issues. So we've had people that have been off cow dairy for like 20 odd years and now onto our milk and have no issues, which has been pretty satisfying. So yeah, nutritionally it stacks up, and we actually have like the All Blacks use the milk for recovery when they're together for their trainings and things like that. So
really, that's huge.
Yeah, so it's, I mean, not that we can really like promote it or anything because they are obviously tied up in and all sorts
and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Which is and that's probably one of the realities of the world that we didn't realize when we were first starting, is that the whole world is so commercialized. Like there's nothing. There's got to be a gain or a benefit for everyone, and even if you've got a really good product, if you can't, pay millions of dollars to get it out publicly, it's not going to be there. So that was probably one of the big learning. But yeah, so it's cool to have them using it, and then so that took two huge boxes, was the nutrition and digestibility, and then the third one was kind of like the sustainability side of things. So just being smaller animals, less likelihood of pugging, like soil damage, and also they have a much lower susceptibility to causing nutrient leaching. So just basically because they're smaller animals, like urine patches are small, so it's not like,
because that's one of the main like pushbacks against cow's milk too, right? Is the amount of like CO2 emissions and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And then the third one was like cow industry has come under a lot of scrutiny for like what happens to bobby calves and things like that, which and that's something that we were like, well, we can change and be different. So what we do, and we're pretty sure we're still the only ones, but only dairy farm in New Zealand with the SPCA animal welfare certification. So it's like basically just looks at how you farm and that sort of thing. But one of the key things that we do is all of our lambs stay on mum. So they all rear their own lambs and then get weaned when they're sort of 40 to 45 days old, and the lambs get weaned onto pasture, and then we start milking them. So it's quite a really nice way to do it, allowing that natural bond, and then you're basically weaning them at quite a crucial point before, as the lambs get older, they can start doing a lot of damage to the ewes, and also the ewes start to lose a lot of condition because they've been chased around by 2 or 3 lambs that just constantly want food. So it's
interesting to see. Like it's so obvious that you're not just like, you didn't just perceive it as like an easy money grab or something like that. Like, the finances were there, but like it's so evident to see that you considered all the different variables and that are involved in something like this and how it differs from the main competitors, right?